guys, TheKillerNacho here again, and I have a battle here with AMN, who is a battler from Pojo, and he's just starting up on YouTube, so yeah, I'm leaving the link in the description. Check him out. Good friend, pretty good battler, so check him out. So anyway, here we have a Monocolor match, and actually we have 2 wild cards at his request, because he didn't have enough Pokemon to make a pure mono-type team. But he leads with an Empoleon, I lead with a Roserod, and I put it to sleep and set up a layer of Toxic Spikes, but he sends out a Latias, and I really don't want to take a hit from that, so I go into Suicune, thinking that I should be able to take anything a Latias does pretty well, but he does a little more than expected, so I think it's a Specs Latias, and I really don't want to take another Dragon Pulse, so I decided to go out into Metagross, but actually he switches to it to Lucario, and I have the Earthquake, so I decide, you know what, I'm just going to go for the damage, and look at the name. Yeah, well, it's good that I guess people are naming Pokemon after me now. Apparently I'm a Lucario. But apparently I have to kill myself. So there you go. So yeah, Luke goes for the close combat, lowers his defense, and hits him a little with Life Orb, so I'm able to kill him with Earthquake. And now he goes into a Gyarados, and I don't think he knows, well, I don't know. I've decided to spring out the Thunder Punch. I do have it. And yeah, he goes for the sub, I guess, seeing what I have, what I do, hoping I'd switch, probably. But I don't let him because I have the Thunder Punch. Yay, Thunder Punch. Such a good move on Metagross. So useful. It really is. If you don't have a Thunder Punch in your I think this is an Agilogross. Yeah, if you don't have a Thunder Punch in your Agilogross, you consider it, because it's pretty fun. So anyway, he goes back into this thing, and I'm afraid he's going to Surf, so I go into Suicune, but he actually goes for the Trick, which isn't too bad either, because Suicune gets a Choice Specs, which is kind of nice. Now, he goes back into Gyarados, and I go for the Ice Beam, and good thing for me, that does more than a quarter, so I'm going to be able to break a sub if he sets it up. So he does go for the sub, and I'm able to break it with the Ice Beam. And he gets the Lychee Berry, so he gets some attack, which is, you know, kind of annoying, but I can deal. And he goes for a bounce, and I decide just to stay in and try to kill it. I don't think he can kill me with one bounce, and he doesn't. So, yeah, I end up killing him with this Ice Beam, and that's a pretty good thing, because Gyarados is always annoying, especially after Lychee Berry. So anyway, he goes back into Starmie, and I'm thinking he'll probably go for the Thunderbolt, so I go into Cradily, but instead he goes for the Hydro Pump. And I wasn't quite expecting that. Cradily is kind of like my special wall. And here I'm thinking he's probably going for the Ice Beam, trying to go for the kill, so I decided to go in a Tyranitar to set up the Sandstorm and take the Ice Beam. And he does go for the Ice Beam, but unfortunately for me, he gets a stupid Freeze, and I hate freezes. God damn it. So anyway, yeah, there's nothing a whole lot I can do with Tyranitar now, so I just pretty much sent him in to set up the Sandstorm. So now I switch out into Suicune, because I don't really want to go into Cradily quite yet, just because I don't think he can take 2 Hydro Pumps still. So I just sent out Suicune just to die, unfortunately, but Suicune served his purpose. So, yeah, Starmie is just being withered down here by the Life Orb, Sandstorm, and Poison. So I go into Cradily, and after the Sandstorm Special Defense boost, I'm able to take a Hydro Pump, and I go for the Recover, and Starmie's going to die, so Cradily just kind of walled out the Starmie, which is, needless to say, really good for me, because Starmie is a pain. Alright, so anyway, he goes into Armaldo, which is, actually to look up the type, because I wasn't expecting it to get poisoned. It's actually a rock bug. For some reason, I always think it's steel, but it does not. So, he goes for the, what is it? Rock Polish, hoping I'd switch, but instead I go for the Barrier, which is pretty epic for me, because I know Armaldos are usually physical, well, almost always physical. I mean, it has a really high base attack. So I go for the second Barrier, and after the second Barrier, I think I can survive the another X-Scissor. So I'm just going to go for the Recover, hoping I survive. He goes for the X-Scissor, and I do, which is amazing, because that means I'm going to be able to wall this stupid Armaldo out, too, bearing he gets a crit. So I go for the Recover, and Cradily is pretty green health again, which is awesome. And Armaldo is just eating himself with the Poison and the Life Orb damage. So he goes for the X-Scissor again, and I'm just going to Recover again to get back my health. And, yeah, it sucks to be him, because Cradily is just so epic and so funny looking that it just overwhelmed Armado. He's even more funny looking than Armado. I mean, this is it. Probably the two most funny looking Pokemon in the game, just battling each other out, and Cradily just wins hands down. But yeah, I decided to finish it off with Rock Slide because I don't, I wanted to get one hit in, like one legitimate hit. So anyway, Cradily is still looking pretty nice. He goes in a Latias, but with a Sandstorm special defense boost and his lack of a choice specs, he shouldn't be doing too much with Dragon Pulse, and he isn't. So I go for the Toxic since I can, and that means that I'm going to be able to stall out this Latias pretty nicely too, barring he gets a crit, of course. So anyway, I'm just going to go for the recover here as he Dragon Pulses, just playing it safe. And I go for the recover, get some much-needed health back, and yeah, I'm starting to just wither down this Latias here, too. This is part of the reason I like this battle so much, because Cradily is this epic win. So yeah, if you haven't figured it out already, I'm using a green team, he's using a blue team, and like I said before, we had 2 wild cards in this battle. Not as much as I like with Monocolor, but he didn't have enough of one color to not have the wild cards. So I said, whatever, we'll just use the wild cards. And it helped me out, too. Suicune and Metagross did pretty nicely for me in this battle. So, yeah. I'm just going to go for the Rock Slide. The first one missed, and the second one hit. Good for me. And he's unfortunately survives this Toxic, I believe. And I decide, you know what, I'm just going to switch, because no matter what I do, he's dying next turn. So I go into Metagross, and I go into Metagross so hopefully I'll be able to kill his Empoleon without it waking up. He gets an annoying crit with Dragon Pulse, and that was just, like, gay. But he finally dies to the Sandstorm. I'm going to lefties with my Metagross, and here it is, the Empoleon. So I'm just going to go for an Earthquake, which is kind of stupid. I kind of probably should have went for Thunder Punch, just so to keep his was it Brine? No, not Brine. What's the ability called? The ability that he has, Torrent. That's it. The Torrent, the ability that raises water type moves in a pinch or whatever. But yeah, he unfortunately wakes up and gets another crit with Aqua Jet. I don't know if that one mattered or not. Probably, I don't know. But yeah, Metagross goes down, and I'm just going to go into Flygon. I don't think he can kill me in one hit with Aqua Jet, and I'm right. So I'm just going to finish off his Empoleon, and that's the match. A great game, AMN. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe me and him. Link in the description. And I'll see you all next time. Nizzles. Okay, so today's question of the day is, where do you usually look to play Pokemon? There are a lot of places. I know some people go to the Serebii chat room, some people go to different Xats, some people go to Serebii, or Smogon, or Pojo, or what have you. So where do you look? I mean, do you just text your friends on MSN or AIM, or where do you go? Can't believe I haven't asked this yet. We kind of want to see which places are like the hotspots right now, if I ever feel like dropping in and battling people. But anyway, just leave a comment about where you play, and yeah, peace, dudes.